Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be using iMovie to create iMovie trailers with our students. So to begin, I'm going to press that iMovie icon to open it up, and you'll see a plus sign to create a new project. Here it gives me two options. If I want to create a movie from photos and videos and music, I can do that on the left, but with my students, I think the easiest function to use is the trailer feature on the right, so I'm going to go ahead and press that. And an iMovie trailer is essentially just what you'd envision, a preview that you'd see before a movie for an upcoming film. Apple has created all kinds of templates for all different themes at the bottom, so you'll click on the theme that you want, and you can even preview it by pushing play. Always does a lovely little intro with your studio name, of course. So here's a sample iMovie trailer from Apple. Anyway, you'll click on the template you want, and when you find the one that is most pleasing to you, you can touch the word Create in the upper right corner. And then you'll begin creating your trailer. So I can click on anything I'd like to change, delete out the text, because we're not going to call our movie Europe a Love Story, but we might write a frog's life cycle. There's the title of my movie. I touch the blue Done button. And I can, of course, go through and change all the credits and everything, but the most important feature that we're using today, up at the top where it says Outline, right next to that, I'm going to press Storyboard. And that's going to show me an outline of what that movie is going to be about. So I'm not going to have a girl first, but my frog is going to start as an egg. And then, of course, it's not going to be a boy, but he hatches as a tadpole, and then he grows into a froglet, and finally he's a frog. Now this one is a little tricky for students because it has two text boxes, so doing this in a small group for the first time is usually the easiest, and breaking it up over multiple days. So maybe one day your students are finding their images, saving them to their camera roll so you're good to go. The next day you're just changing some of the text and kind of chunking that task so it's not so overwhelming. Then once my text is ready, I can click on my pictures to insert them. A sneaky tip that I use, I have my students save their images to their camera roll, so once they find something they want, they'll save it to their camera roll, and I also have them touch the heart to save it to their favorites in their camera roll, because you'll see when I click on one of those gray images to change it for my film, it pops my photos over here, and I can go right to my favorites and find the one I need. So this is the eggs, click on the next one, find my picture of a tadpole, and then it automatically bounces down to that next one, a froglet, and my frog. And the process would continue from there. Now I noticed that some of my pictures are kind of cut off a little bit, so I can always move them so that they're centered in the frame. It's showing me that it's going to Ken Burns this animation, which, as you know, is just kind of scrolling across the image slowly and kind of zooms in a little bit. So you can preview the Ken Burnsing effect if you push that little play button. So how it moves. And sometimes that's why it might be a little off center. So you don't need to move them all. But if you notice that that some of them are out of place, you can always adjust them as needed too. When you're all finished adjusting your photos, getting your text inserted, you can touch the Done button in the upper left corner. You'll see that word Done. And it shows you your movie, so students will love this part. They can touch the play button right in the middle and watch their film. And of course, there's more that I could insert to finish the film, but I'm sure you get the idea. So when you're all finished, in the bottom, you'll see that word edit. You're welcome to press that and it'll bring you right back to make those changes, to finish up my film, do what I need to do to make it just right. And then under that word edit, you'll see what we affectionately call the share-o, the little sharing arrow that shows students how they can share and save their work. I'm going to push the save video button right next to the cloud, and that's going to export it right to my camera roll. So it'll take just a minute, but the neat thing about that is that if you're using an app like Seesaw, you can go into Seesaw, or your student can go into Seesaw. They can upload their iMovie trailer right into their Seesaw journal, so they have it all stored in one place. And so that's just a neat little feature, and then they can share it with their friends as well. When you're all done, it will actually save right to the app as well in projects. So that first screen when we first opened up iMovie, and we chose a new project by pushing the plus sign, now you'll see I have a new one, which is my Frog Life Cycle movie, so I can play it right from there as well. I hope you enjoyed making an iMovie trailer today and that you have fun creating them with your students. Thanks so much for your time. Have a wonderful rest of your day.